Men always say, "Oh, I want a woman. I want a woman that's gonna cook, clean,
No.
who's gonna be home, who's gonna do this,
Might be home, yeah.
who's hardworking." But then, if you go look at their social medias,
They got twerkers.
they got twerkers all on their Facebook pages.
First-
They're looking. I mean, it's just
First of all-
they're looking at nothing but
Yeah, what
You know?
you ask for in the house is not
Right.
what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Look, what you ask for in the house is not the ass you're looking at online.
right.
Cause you gon' always be my sister. You know, like with me,
I'm difficult.
I'm difficult. I come with well, I love to say I come with bills. I've had a number of health issues. So you got to come in knowing that I need you to be my support system, and I know I'm gonna be your support system. But if
Correct.
that's too much for you, it's okay.
Right.
And you gotta you gotta understand it's okay for it to be too much for them. Your situation isn't gonna be for everybody. If it's hard for you, it's gonna be even harder for someone else coming in that's
Correct.
gonna have to be invested in the things that you're invested in. And then if I'm willing to invest in you, then it's befitting for you to also invest that time and energy into me.
Yeah.
And then that person will be more deserving.
Right.
Than you just going out here investing in people who don't deserve it and then being upset because they didn't live up to your expectations.
Right.
It's almost not even fair to ask them because you didn't interview. Your interview wasn't well.
What?
You know, I've said this, like if I go in for an interview, I'm also interviewing the company to see if I'm a fit. So when you're dating, that's why, and black people, we don't date. We aren't taught to date. We aren't, when we're young, we kind of write letters in school. And then when we get in high school, we kind of hook up. We kind of meet at the football game and hook up.
Right.
It's a lot of sex before dating. When white people say they're dating, they're actually going out on dates.
Right.
Right.
They might make out a little bit, but that's dating.
Dating.
We don't do that. So we have to teach ourselves how to date.
Or maybe
sometimes you have to date
An interview.
Yeah, sometimes you have to date more than one person.
Correct.
So
And it's
that
okay.
Yeah, it is.
Because we're taught this all, you're being a hoe
if
you're dating more than one person.
Right.
I'm not saying having sex with multiple people.
Okay.
I'm saying you date. You
Right.
date.
Right.
If I'm single and I'm dating, and people, if you're not married, you're single
Right.
until in dating. If you're not in a serious committed relationship,
right?
you are dating, and it is okay to and be open about that. Like I'm still interviewing, trying to figure out who fits in my world, because my world is not easy. Give them the ugly. Don't try to sell yourself as you some champion hero coming in to be Captain Save a Hoe and mad because you got a hoe. I don't understand men. I just don't understand men, Keita. What is it?
I mean, what's so hard to understand?
Well, I mean, because you say one thing and you do and you
right. Because here's my thing. Men always say, "Oh, I want a woman that's gonna cook, clean,
No.
who's gonna be home, who's gonna do this, who
Might be home, yeah.
who's hardworking."
Yeah.
But then, if you go look at their social medias,
they got twerkers.
They got twerkers all on their Facebook pages.
First-
They're looking. I mean, it's just
First of all-
they're looking at nothing but.
Yeah, what you ask for in the house is not
Right.
what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Look, what you ask for in the house is not the ass you're looking at online.
Right.
Then you wonder why you're straying. Because you still looking online. You got something in the house, but you still looking online. And you dreaming of these people that are not attainable.
Correct.
And why would you, and if you got them, why would you want them? Because they ain't gonna do nothing to break your heart.
Right.
And now you're crying, you're depressed, you're stressed because you aren't even looking in the direction of someone who could love you right.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all looking for Nicki Minaj when y'all should be looking for.
Okay. Tanya and Tina and Tanya and they probably got on work boots and a hard helmet. And because I've always worked tough jobs. Keita, you worked tough jobs.
Right.
Where we've worked hard hats, helmets. Granted I'm not there anymore, but I started out there.
Right.
And so you'll get guys who feel like, oh, you too rough. You're not delicate enough.
Right. Listen, I can remember getting off work. I work in manufacturing. I got off of work one day. I went to the mall. I was dressed in my work clothes, whatever. I had a hat on. I saw this guy, right? He looked at me. He kind of looked at me like, maybe she is kind of cute. But he never approached me. I didn't approach him. I kept going about my business. So let's fast forward 2 weeks later. I go to the mall again, but not from work, from home. Dressed, hair done, no hat on, everything. Got a cute little dress on. The same guy approached me. And you know what I did? No, thank you. Why? Because if you couldn't accept me in my work clothes, why should you accept me in my regular clothes?
And it's what you're looking for.
Well, let me first say that I don't have a problem with a woman, how I receive her, whether she's coming from work or being home or whatever. I just want to know, I try to get to know the woman's heart. Tells me how she really feels, so then we can work on seeing how we feel together. I don't too much. I mean, like every man, I do.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm over here
Well,
side eye.
listen,
Look, he gets
I'm
the
ready.
side eye.
I'm ready.
Hell over to the both
I'm
of
ready.
us.
I'm listening.
I'm
It's
like
a real pretty lie.
I'm like most men. I do look at the twerkers or whatever, but that's not what you want in a woman. I mean, that's her job. Okay, cool, but you want a woman you can depend on.
And don't get me wrong, my man want to go to the strip club. I'm going with him.
Right. So this is my question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're saying there's nothing wrong with a woman that is twerking and whatever else. So my question to you is, if it's nothing wrong with the woman doing that, would you date a stripper? Could you marry a stripper?
To be honest, I have dated one. Married.
Now that would have been pricey. I bet you that cost a good little pinty.
Right.
If she's the woman that she puts out or she doesn't pretend, and we're on that level to where I'm honest with her and she's honest with me, then yeah, I can see me marrying her. It might be hard for my parents, but
I mean, but you don't live for your parents.
Right.
You have to live for yourself.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
I just think you are still, you're so all over the place to me. It's like you don't know what you want.
I know what I want.
It's like you accept them from anything. Oh, I'll take that one. Oh, I'll take that one too. Oh, I'm gonna be good with that one. All right.
Well, sometimes
How you gonna be good with everybody? How everybody fit?
I mean, sometimes you don't want to be alone.
Is there anybody that
Right,
doesn't
okay,
fit?
wait a minute.
Let me do that. What?
Nobody wants to
be alone.
But
does that mean you have to settle because you don't want to be alone?
You're gonna be miserable. You could be company.
I guess you don't have to. You don't have to settle, but I mean, I have. I mean, to be honest, I have settled.
But if there's something or someone that you want,
Mm-hmm.
and you shouldn't settle just because you want something, because that's not doing you nor the person you're settling for any good. Because at some point, that person who actually you're settling for may actually genuinely develop feelings. And then what if you're like, well, I'm with Kim right now.
The next flavor done come through.
I'm with Kim.
Because I'm accepting everybody.
Right, but I really want to be
all applications accepted.
Right, so like,
we don't even have a screening process no more. It don't matter if you're on drugs, drugs. It don't matter.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that.
You don't have no filter. Like, how you know? You just said you don't have. You just accept everybody.
This is what I think. I feel like, okay, you saying you haven't been in a serious relationship for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this is time for you to reflect on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
To figure out, what does Phil want? Who does Phil want?
Correct.
Who does Phil want to attract?
Yes.
Do Phil want to be with someone long term? Or do I just want a little booty call? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I mean, hey, being single ain't always bad.
Correct.
And being in a relationship ain't always good.
And I like that. That's a good place for us to start closing on, because what your takeaway should be from this talk. And it is a good place for you to meditate. Stop being so quick to be seeking without actually knowing what you're looking for. And then you're surprised at what you get. I would suggest sitting down, writing down the things that you like. What you would like out of a woman. I've often wrote my prayer for the type of man that I wanted.
Right.
And whenever there was an error, reject, I add a little more to the prayer. Okay, Lord,
Correct.
you gave me blah, 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 blah. Now I want to add da, 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 da.
Right.
Because I'm learning myself
Right.
in each situation. What did you learn out of every situation that you've gone through? And how did that redefine what you are willing to accept in a woman? Write those things down. Let that be your profile of what you're looking for. And then see who fits that description. And you'll be surprised at how much happier you will be
Right.
than just taking whatever
It's given.
applicant comes out.
Okay.
Right.
Give.
Yeah, we gotta stop that. And then I think from there, just date those kind of individuals.
Right.
Let that be your dating pool. Because now you've down selected in your search.
Right.
And you got, okay, these are the folks that are going to meet this criteria. And yeah, she might not have the twerking body, but she got the heart.
Right.
She might not have, because with the twerking body comes a whole plethora of men that are looking.
Right.
And now that you got all this competition, I don't need all that competition. I don't want all of that stress.
Right.
I want to be able to know that when I come home, that it's whatever you want.
Right.
I got a country man. So he's so country, he's raised by his grandma. So when he come home, he want food done. He want his food served. And I had to decide whether I was willing to do those things. If he met all the other criteria, what's my give in it? So, that's kind of what we have to, that's your structure of what
Right.
you're going to get. And it's give and take for every relationship.
Okay.
What you got to close?
As far as, like Cricket said, just to elaborate a little bit, you don't always want the woman that's going to be publicly twerking, because you probably want the woman that's just going to twerk for you privately.
Correct.
You
It
know?
might be an ugly twerk.
It might be.
Twerk may have no rhythm.
Right.
But
But
it's your twerk.
exactly. So
Correct.
It's your
And that-
rhythmless, ugly twerk.
and she might love the dirty draws you with.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Correct.
And broaden your horizon. Sometimes you can go out and bring them on home.
Right.
Okay? Don't limit your pool to just right here.
Thank you.
With that, thank you for coming to see us
Yes.
at CC Corners.
You're more
We
than welcome.
appreciate your visit. We will be tuning into the Red Room on Monday from 8 to 9
Yeah.
to see you grow,
Correct.
to see your fan base grow.
I got a
Correct.
feely he's gonna do a part 2 of this.
I was gonna say that, and to see you come back and do a couples, let's talk. We want to put her in the hot seat too. So, but we thank you for coming. And if you guys got any feedback that we missed to give Mr. Phil Brown for his journey in love and finding out why he's a good man and single, help him to link up with the right person, definitely comment and leave a note.
Yeah. And if you want to hook up with him, leave that too. We can get in touch with
Hey,
him.
if you can,
Hey.
definitely message him. What's your Facebook page called?
It's EP Brown. EP Brown.
EPB, isn't it?
Yeah. EPB Brown.
EPB
Brown. Right.
Come on, Phil.
Excuse me, man.
EP. We got him nervous, y'all. EPB Brown on Facebook. So definitely hit him up in Messenger and be that person that completes him, because I believe that's what he's looking for. Complete. He don't know it yet. He's looking for
find it.
completion.
He'll find it.
He gonna find it. Thank you guys. See you next time.
week.